welcome to another week of the High School League. We got another recap here for you for the eSport Company in Week 2 of Rocket League Division 1. We had Forest Hills taking on Penn Trafford, Berlin and Brothersvalley was up against Bishop Carroll, Gateway at Hollidaysburg, and Somerset had the bye. Let's take a look at our top 5 plays for Rocket League Division number 1. At number 5, we had Hollidaysburg in overtime, scoreless game all game, and then 39 seconds in, it's nth getting that go-ahead goal. Speaking of another play for the number 4 is PK after a scoreless game. 11 minutes of no goals, and PK finally gets that overtime winner. Moving on to number 3, it's Explosion with great ball handling there. Gets that ball flipped over 2 defenders of Bishop Carroll to tie things up at 2 apiece. Let's take a look at this again. Going down the pitch. Here comes the 2 defenders and makes a nice play to pop that right over them. At number 2, we had maybe Freestyler of Bishop Carroll in game number 1 of this series, just going nuts. Actually freestyling off the wall and then off the ball. Gets nice ball control in the air. Off the tires. Nothing they could do about that. Ties things up at 1 apiece for that goal. And your number 1 goal is PK with a huge steal right here off the ceiling. Flip. It's in the back of the net. That's what PK Dale did for Penn Trafford. Put them up 3-1 in that game number 3. Just an incredible way to control his car and control the ball to put that one in the net. Penn Trafford 3-0 over Forest Hills. Berlin Brothersvalley gets the win over Bishop Carroll 3-1, and Hollidaysburg takes out Gateway 3-0. Let's take a look at the standings for Week 2. We have a 2-way tie for the number 1 rank. It's Penn Trafford and Hollidaysburg fighting for it. Nizzy's out.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a very exciting week number 3 of the eSport Company's High School League action. I am Sis, joined alongside me today is the legend Foof again. Foof, how's the weather today?
Gotta say, it's lovely here, at least in my spot in the country. You know, nice, not too warm, not too cold, very, very overcast skies. I got a nice sunlight behind me if you can't tell, but it's going well. But the most important thing here is that we have Rocket League to be played, and the first game of our stint this week is probably the most fun, as I'm looking forward to it. We have the battles of the unbeaten here, having Somerset going into that Warrior squad from Penn Trafford.
Yeah, this is something that I've been looking forward to since the beginning of the season that I'm really heavily excited to see. And let's take a look at the built up action. I want to take a look at the standings just to kind of go over the records. Somerset really technically could be 2-0 right now, but they had a bye week last week. But Penn Trafford obviously 2-0 as we expected. Hollidaysburg coming in as well at 2-0. Berlin rocking a 1-1, and then the rest: Forest Hills, Bishop Carroll, Gateway at 0-1, 0-2. So in theory, this technically for this game so far for this week is going to be the battle of the Titans. Now, Foof, we've seen Penn Trafford, we've seen them dominate. They've dominated, and then they've dominated again.
We've seen Somerset. We've seen them dominate too. They came out and put a show on in week number 1, had a week off, and are now coming back. So looking at both of these squads, I mean, the first thing you have to look at, you have to pay reverence to the team that is 2-0. And when you look at this squad being brought in by Penn Trafford, you have Rye, you have PK, and then you have Sandrock, of course, as he likes to be, the Ford F-250 in game. So always such a fun trio to watch, and you're wondering if they can kind of step it up, knowing they have to play a very solid team today.
Yeah, and Somerset's going to be rocking Ethan, Carson, and XK Bone. So no shock there. We saw Ethan was the highlight reel player for Somerset the last time that they were around. I'm pretty sure he was rocking, what was it, 4 to 5 goals per game? Per game.
Just a couple.
Just a couple. So in theory, this could go either way. I expect it to go either way. Penn Trafford's offense is their strong suit. Somerset's offense is their strong suit. So when you have a battle of the offensive-minded teams like this, it's really going to come down to that final wire of defense, which I don't think either team, from what we've seen so far, has really, really been tested on the defensive end.
Well, the big thing is that both of these teams transition well. They find weak offensive touches and force it into offense. So, it's about finding those opportunities and then turning it into offense, which both of them do well. So we're going to see who can build that midfield trap, who can find the consistency on defense first, and probably who can score the most, if I'm being honest.
I mean, Rocket League does come down to putting the ball into your opponent's net more than your opponent. Very, very simple, fundamental law. It's the most basic form of Rocket League, and it's really all you need.
Have more points, you win.
Have more points, you win. Have more goals. That's all you need. And it's crazy how simple it is. No, it's not that simple. I wish it was that simple as a Rocket League player.
Score 5 head.
It's just score 5 head. Yeah, no, they're still waiting on the teams to get in, though, so I think we're going to go to a very, very small break as we wait for them to get into the lobby. So don't go anywhere, friends. Grab some popcorn, heat it up in the microwave, and by the time that's done, we should
heat your popcorn that's already cooked in the microwave, or make it in the microwave?
How about both?
Reheated popcorn. Anyway, yep. Grab a snack, and we'll be right back. Hey, Twitch chat, it's your boy Foof and Sizz, and I'm joined to kind of coming back to you guys on more of a somber note here. The first game of the unbeatens, 2-0 versus 1-0, is going to be postponed as, unfortunately, Sizz, we've lost the game to the most difficult opponent known possible, simply known as scheduling. So scheduling conflicts seem to have arisen, and we're going to have this game postponed or possibly forfeited, depending on what these teams decide. So that first game will not be played, at least right now, or on stream. And so we'll be moving forward soon to our next best of 5. And Sizz, what we got coming up?
Coming up for the game number 2 later on is going to be none other than Forest Hills Rangers and the Gateway Gators. But unfortunately, we can't get right into that. We're going to have to wait a short break just because, we're a little bit early on scheduled time for that game. But don't go anywhere, friends. We'll be back quickly for the next game of the day. Hello, friends, and welcome back after a small delay. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Somerset and Penn Trafford play, but guess what, Foof? We've got another game on our hands.
That we do, and this time it's a battle of opposites here. It was 1-0 versus 2-0 possibly before, but now it's 0-2 and 0-1. You have Forest Hills going up against Gateway, and so you're wondering which of these teams can kind of shake that stigma and find that first win. And I'm interested to kind of see, because Forest Hills didn't look too bad, and Gateway's had spurts where they looked really good. It's just about putting it all together, and so both these teams, somebody has to walk away with a win at the end of the day.
The prime time indeed is now upon their hands. They control their own destiny at this point. Let's take a look at the rosters, though. For Forest Hills, we'll start with them. We've got Pig Beast, Hot Shot, and McGray coming in. Familiar faces all around the board. And for Gateway Gators, we've got Stone Alley 123, who I believe is playing under the alias of Licks the Boss today. And
Of course.
7 Joler and King Vic _ YT, who we've seen previously going on. Foof, you know, maybe the alias change is what they need to get going for the first win.
It's the alter ego, you know, like, you know, they put the mask on and the superhero superpowers are out, maybe Sis, but you know, it's not going to be a Herculean effort that's needed from both of these teams, because a lot of players and a lot of teams, a lot of coaches will really kind of over talk about how much you need to do to win a game. You don't have to do that much. You just have to do exactly what you've been practicing, exactly what you're supposed to do, and at the end of the day, just have one more goal and you'll be winners.
You know, like we mentioned earlier, we'll stress it the entire season long. You got to score more than your opponent. So simple, yet some find it so complicated to do. But they're getting on the field. And Forest Hills rocking their SSL tags, trying to assert the dominance early on in the game, Foof.
Well, you've already said it, but in that green, Joler, King Vic, and Elix. On the side of Forest Hills in that yellow, M. Gray, Hotshot, and Pig B. Pig B was a star, and it was just about finding those opportunities and able to put them in the back of the net. Unfortunately, could not do that week one. That's a shot on early. Licks, though, with a save. Vic playing slow here. He can't get it, but M. Gray denied by the post, and that is a solid clear off to the side. So both of these teams wanted to get started early here. Offense once again. King Vic climbing the ladder. He found a way through. It's 1-0.
Oh, speaking of the early start, indeed, look at this bang from Licks all the way to the backward. Hot shot, a very awkward read, wasn't able to get that one, and Vic so speedy on the read. That will put Gateway up very early in this game off of what was the initial offensive start from Forest Hills, but nice counterattack.
Beautiful flick to open it up. M. Gray and company want to find an answer of their own. Hot shot playing off the 50 here, the ball back at midfield. Licks underneath. That's a double commit here on the side of that yellow team. Pigby can't get to it, so it's back in this corner once again. Joler sees an opportunity and takes it, and it's 2-0.
Well, goodness, this double commit from Forest Hills is not really what we want to see. Joler, a nice little touch to himself, just a 1-2, gets it around one defender. And yeah, the Forest Hills got to clean up those defensive rotations a little bit. Can't be given easy goals, easy balls to Gateway like that.
Neither team wanting to back down, but right now it is all the way of the Gators of Gateway as they are up 2, and not even a minute deep into this first game. Pig B a bit too far up, so it's going back the other way. Vic looking for a teammate, but Pig B was there to receive it. So, you know, kind of the gentleman's handshake at midfield as both teams like, no, you take it, no, you take it. And now it's Joler taking it into the corner to try and dissuade it. That is all 3 cars in a very tight spot. Pig B in a 1v2 as that one's off the backboard. A beautiful pass and a better finish. It's 3-0.
Anyway, running away a little bit on the offensive end here. Looks so much space on the ball here. Piggy unable to get that read, and it's just a little bit of fundamental mistakes that we've seen so far from Forest Hills. A few double commits we don't want to see. A little bit awkward on the reads. It's a warm-up game, though. Game number 1. You always got to get those nerves, those jitters out of the way.
Well, jitters need to be moved quickly because they are going to find themselves down heavily. Already down by 3 and only a minute and a half off of the scoreboard. The first 90 seconds have been almost all of Gateway's. Pigby and company found a couple opportunities. Wait, that's a misjump there, and so Hotshot able to break through the lackluster defense.
Well, I hadn't really seen Gateway have a lot of jitters, but this was a little bit of a mistake there. Joler going off the backboard, thought that a teammate had it, and teammate wasn't even close to that one. Joler just falling off the side, wasn't prepared for that one. Now is Gateway a little bit of their own mistake coming into this game. See if Forest Hills can capitalize again. They've got a little bit of momentum now with plenty of time still left on the clock.
That's an interesting play there, and Lick's not wanting to wait for this one, Joler. I love the all Phoenix squad, by the way. A shot coming on. Pigby needs to find the save and doing just that. And so this team in green, Phoenix, is looking for a near post play. Licks is there, but it goes off the post. Denied not by the defender, but the woodwork. Pigby stopped there by King Vic, and that is both players on the backboard there, but Joler able to clear it all the way out to midfield. A 2v1. Pigby the last man back, and that is another save coming off his Octane. He's just trying to do what he can right now, but still down a pair of goals.
Yeah, Pigby getting left in some pretty awkward situations, holding on strong though. It's trying to start the offense here, saved away by Licks though. McGray a little bit of a whiff. And of course, Hotshot in awkward position does make the touch, but it's right to Joel. Joel, look at the bump in the backfield by Licks. The pure blood vision just to chase the demo there in the backfield. That's what you like to see. And Gateway responding after a poor mistake, 4-1 now.
Absolutely gigantic. When it rains, it pours, and Lick's getting the second assist, but doing more than just handing the ball off, removing that goaltender out of the way. More pressure coming on Gray and company. Back on the defensive side, Pigby playing slow and low here. He's got it up high, trying to keep it up, and gets it over one. Hot shot is there. He's trying to drop it down, but no touch coming through. Means it's a clear coming out to midfield.
Yeah, setting up these counterattacks very quickly. As soon as you blink, they are on the offensive side. Bigby maybe trying to get a pinch hot shot. A nice demo in the backfield. Past one. Is there a second man there? No. Gray trying to crowd the midfield. Unable to make contact, though. Bigby left again. 1v1 situation. Plays it patient. But still, time ticking down. Minute 52 to go. Forest Hills have got to find some offense. That's a double commit. Not really reading the play there. Still, got to get some sort of offensive plays going.
Down by 3. You certainly want to find anything kind of grasping at straws here. I feel like I'm looking at a Wi-Fi with a bit of spotty connection right now because they're finding themselves in very good points, setting up good offensive pushes, but just unable to connect with one another even off of passes, off of the backboard reads. And so if they can break through this kind of solo play style and find their teammates in that transition, they can build back and try to catch up. I don't know how effective it'll be here with only a minute and 15 left, but down by 3, you want to find anything you can hold on to, especially when it's a best of.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem we had with Forest Hills last time around that we saw them play was just too many solo plays, and that's not the greatest clear. Vic has sniped to the top part of the goal. It's a nice shot, but Pigby pinching it out a little bit too far, I think.
Was trying to get it up and back out, but it rolled down off of the top of that Octane, pushing it back out. And once again, a 4-goal deficit here, and Gateway firmly ahead.
Yeah, it's showing no signs of slowing down. I'm sure they'd love to get more for the road, but speaking of getting more, Pigby off the kickoff. This is a very big win here. Hot shot. Oh, just didn't even use the flip. Right into it, and Pigby's so fast on that read. Maybe this is at least a momentum starter. Not going to be full momentum, but something to get your team going.
Able to try and bite into that lead, moving it back down to a 3-goal deficit. Is this team in yellow of Forest Hills as they try to find another answer? Licks on the sidewall here, clearing it all the way down. Can't find a second touch, but King is there. He puts it off of the woodwork. Joler, beautiful 50 there coming from both sides, and that is a very, very heavy committance coming out of the side of Forest Hills. He's looking for hot shot here, but losing a little bit of momentum there on the sidewall. Couldn't find a flip as well. Lick's trying to put it on. He's got that bar on and finds the shot to make it 6-2.
You mentioned that the entire team of Gateway was rocking Phoenix, and it has the same hitbox as the Octane, they say, but I'm gonna be honest, I just think it's stronger. From that shot from the 50s we saw from Jolie, I don't know, you tell me. I think it's just a completely different breed of that. That's a picture perfect shot.
Well, just seeing the opportunity and making sure it goes in here, Sis. So, Vic playing slow. Pigby in a 1v1. That's going up again, and Pigby has been so good in these situations. Hot shot denied there. The ball starting to roll out. Joler able to bounce it off of an opponent. It's a 1v2. That 50 coming from Hot shot to slow it down, and so into the corner once again it goes. Pigby and company trying to find another answer here. Good double touch off the wall there. A double commit here, but up by 4, they can kind of be allowed to throw 2 cards at that one. Another double there. Gray putting it up high. Pigby with a side flip, so it should just fall down. No, that's going to be a setup to Pigby, who can't put it in. But Gateway takes game 1 in thrilling fashion.
I think Licks was strolling a little bit there, hitting it to his own net, but Pigby not quite able to get that read. But my goodness gracious, Gateway 11 shots. Forest Hills actually came in with 9 shots. I'll be honest, it didn't really feel like it, but still, they were getting some offense. Maybe not the most quality type of offense, but they had a little bit of time. But Gateway almost playing like they had a bit of a chip on their shoulder.
Well, Gateway came with not really anything to lose, just trying to put their best foot forward and doing just that. You said it, 11 shots. They found offense. They found it in transition. But the biggest thing, Sis, is that it wasn't one-offs on offense. It was first, second, and or third chance opportunities. And when you do that, it is really hard to lose a game of Rocket League. And so Forest Hills, they need to find their way to get that second and third chance door open, because they had a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of first chance opportunities with those solo plays running it back. But if you don't work with your teammate, you don't find a way or an outlet, it becomes so unsustainable for that offensive push.
And that was the biggest concern that we had when we watched them play, was they were trying to do so many solo plays from Pigby. And while there's a few times it was working, it was setting up their offense, sometimes you rely too heavily on that against a team that is utilizing their offense, utilizing their teammates, is going to cost you. So I think it's just getting the connection down, the execution down for this team on these passing plays, on these outlets. It's going to be key here, especially with a team like Gateway, who's so fast on the counterattacks.
Well, you know, it started so early for this Gateway squad, and Forest Hills was just down very quickly. You're wondering if they can find an answer here again. Gateway trying to find it. Joler is there, but so was Pig B. Neither credited with a shot nor a save, but that was both. As the touch to midfield, Joler trying to find a return, but that one's not too solid. Lick's able to try and stuff it through. Pig B in an awkward spot. It's now a 2v1. Vix waiting on the outside and breaking free is Pig B. He's got to pass a teammate. Trying to keep it low. Doesn't have a lot of boost to follow it, but Joler standing up that test. Hot shot. A little bit unruly there, that Octane getting away from it. Wait, no, that's going to work. Is this going to roll over him and it bounces off the crossbar? Okay.
Oh, Licks off of the backboard, not able to get that read. I thought Joler had the cleanup, but sometimes the ball can be so slow, it's just too hard to read. I'll be honest with you. So you don't expect it to be that difficult, but clearly Joler not able to get that read down pat. So what was, it looked like a little bit of a mistake on the offensive end, turns into a goal.
Absolutely huge here on the side of Forest Hills. This is the one that they needed. They needed to open that door and start to get it back, as Gateway was just looking like they could be in full control of this series. That ball off the sidewall. Hot shot is there. He's trying to find a teammate, but he pushes it off to the left instead. A missed touch there. A demo trying to break through the siege. The bump on Pig B opens the door for Joler. Joler looking for another touch. He's going to take it to the backboard, but Gray is there. Pig B. Corner play over one, but can't get over two. The ball back midfield. King V going for a near post shot, and he's going to be denied there, but Licks cleans it up, and it's 1-1.
Well, it was only a matter of time. So much pressure from Gateway off the corner pass here. Look at the 50. Gets it past one, and McGray also jumped. Didn't have a full trust in that ball, not getting past the teammate, and of course Licks for the cleanup. No one in net for that, and an easily taken back tie for Gateway. 1-1, 3:31 to go on the clock. Looking a little bit even now, a little bit closer. I think Forest Hills has come to life from that goal early on.
Beautiful touch there out to midfield. It's rolling back. Wait, Licks needs to get back home to this one, doing just that. And Joler waiting for it, the recipient of this pass, and now pushing it off of the backboard. Back down is Licks. Pig B was there, and so it's up to Vix into the corner. It rolls past one. It's now midfield. There is just not a lot of players around the ball, but Pig B collecting this one, collecting the boost, getting past a second. Now it's a 1v1. Joler, though, turning on a dime. Licks putting it on, and the quick change transition to defense to offense is how Gateway finds their lead.
And again, Gateway doing what they're known for. This quick counter. I mean, it was a blink of an eye. Pig B got it past two players left in a 1v1. Joel, a quick 50 to the midfield, and everyone for Gateway's there. They're just playing the outlet just like that. You blink and you'll miss them. A nice goal to counter back, take back their lead, asserting their dominance in the series. They've been playing really good so far, and they have shown no signs of slowing down.
Need to be very careful here as Forest Hills, you know, they have their striker. They have Pig B who's hitting the flip resets, but getting denied by Licks. So they can score at any moment here now. The midway point says, and it's a 2-1 game, so a lot closer than it was last time. And Forest Hills, they were the ones able to get first blood in this one. What can they do differently in this last half of the game to try and take this?
I think still they've got to look for the teammates more. Pig B is creating a lot of open space, a lot of offense, but there's both of his teammates are generally playing pretty further back. I'd like to see them cheat up more, take a little bit more of a risk. Have faith in your teammate to get it past them and be there for the passing lane. But wait a second. Joler, not sure what happened on the defensive rotation here, just elects to bang this one towards the net. And, oh, McRae with the backflip. I don't think Pig B was ready for that.
Just a little bit of a feels bad flip coming out there. It means that third player becomes the last line of defense as that ball's rocketing towards the net. 2-goal lead is Gateway on top, trying to make it a 2-game lead as Joler with a big win there to push it into the corner.
Maybe a good pass here. Pig B, nice pre-flip to get that past one. Maybe to pass another one. Wins at the 50. There's no one in net. He's going to leave it for a hot shot, but I think hot shot thought Pig B was going to hit it again. those simple mistakes when you're so close to getting that goal, they've got to be cleaned up. You've got to be able to capitalize on those because Gateway's defense, you're not going to keep getting those chances. They're going to be cleaning up. You've got to adapt to that. Still now approaching 9 seconds to go in this game. Forest Hills trying to generate some sort of offense, and look at Gateway, all 3 players just playing back, letting Forest Hills play the ball, and so far it's working. Well, maybe not, that's a trouble commit.
They were all poised and waiting for the same cooldown, and they immediately used it at the same time. You know, I felt like I was watching the Fun Bunch go up for that one. They high-fived the touch. Joler putting it on simply says it was just a morale booster before the goal.
I mean, hey, teamwork makes the dream work, right? If all 3 of you are going up, hey, the power of friendship, more better to you. And you get a goal out of it. I don't know how, but you managed to get a goal out of it. 4-1, a minute 12 to go. Forest Hills, they are playing for their life right now, and it is just not working in their favor.
Well, Gateway is full steam ahead. A double commit there. I mean, this should be kind of open for Forest Hills, but Joler with a big demo on M. Gray, and it kind of stalls that offensive push, giving them time to reset in a 50 from Licks, pushing it on to the side. M. Gray beat by Vix. Joler looking for midfield. He can't find the touch, so it's up to Pig V. He has been the striker. He's been an all-star player. He just has to find a couple to get going. That's up, but a bit too high. Joler's there to get credit for an epic save. M. Gray denied as that ball finding its way into the corner. Rolling back down all the way onto that yellow side. Pig V putting a touch there. Licks off the backboard here. It's going to bounce once, maybe twice, but Pig V was there.
Not much time left to go. Maybe a goal for the road at this point is really all you can ask for Forest Hills. Maybe Joler's going to get one. No, it's cleared away by McGray. But goodness, this Gateway team, almost a complete 9-day. I mean, they played well when I watched them previously, but this just looks like another level. I don't know what they've been doing. I don't know if they've been scrimming, doing team training, or if they've simply just stepped it up. But regardless of what's happened, it's working. That's every player went for the ball there except McGray at the end. Still somehow does not manage to find his way to the net. That one's going to hit the ground, and Gateway, another commanding win.
Gateway doing again, this time a little bit different as they had to overcome a bit of adversity there, but immediately answering back with overwhelming offense, being in transition, be it midfield plays, just finding shots from, your own end for some reason. As Joler going 2 for 4, Licks going 2 for 2 and having a great time there, and King Vix getting the 1 assist as well. And that was everyone on the side of Gateway having assists. And then looking across the pitch, the numbers go down as Forest Hills only had the 4 shots, so they were kind of held in.
Yeah, the shot for both teams really went down. The shot total, I guess you could say, but still, it was still pretty dominant of Gateway. I think they had less time of possession in the offensive half, but it was just their counterattacks. They were executing them. They were capitalizing on them so quickly that they didn't need shots. If you can go 1 for 1, 2 for 2, it doesn't matter how many throw up there because you are finishing your shots. And Forest Hills, still, there's several times that they had so many good looks. It looked like they were finally going to get a goal, and it just fell apart at the end.
3v none.
Got to find a way to finish those off, because if not, you're about to get swept.
Yeah, that third game kind of looming large here. As Gateway looking to do what they haven't done all season, and not only do it to get a win, but do it in a sweep fashion. And Forest Hills, they had the first week off, so they had, they didn't fall out of the gates per se, but they had to wait as everyone else took off, and then have had a little bit of a slower start since then, and they need to find their footing and doing quickly, Sis, because down 2 games here, down, I think, 8 goals now in the series, they have to find a way back in.
Yeah, just about, and it is so much easier said than done right now, because the way that Gateway is performing, I would feel bad for anyone right now trying to go up against this team, especially when you're already facing match point, and Gateway already going back to their roots, starting off in the offensive side of things for Forest Hills side. Double commit here though, but it's still going to work out in the favor. It goes straight to Licks, not the greatest shot though. It'll be a free clear for McGray, and Joler will bounce up the wall to try to get both teams reset here.
See, right now, I'm wondering if who's going to make that first mistouch or that first misread. As Pigby playing slow here, just kind of baiting out with that shadow defense and catches it there. The back pass, now he's up trying to find it midfield. He's got a flip reset attempt, but he can't get all 4 tires. Licks trying to find Joler in the air, but unable to connect. The ball still on this yellow side. Joel looking near post, but Pigby was there. A side flip means there's no real clear, so Pigby in a 1v1, but it gets away from him, and Licks returning it all the way back to this yellow side. Wait, there's no pressure. That could be a shot, and is. saved by Hotshot at the last moment. Joler going all the way to the right-hand side, but it will not be threatening.
Yeah, Forestill's maybe playing a little bit like Gateway here, playing very, very passive on the defensive side, just trying to force out touches. No real threat so far. A few shots. That's a great demo from Joler in the backside. Hotshot going to try to play the 50, wins the 50 well. Maybe off the backboard, going to leave it for the teammate, but unable to get that read. McGray now Pigby left a 1v1 situation. Licks the clear to the corner, giving Forestill's a little bit of time to recover here, and Pigby will race back for that one. Nice double touch, actually a triple touch here, going straight towards the net. Wait a second, both players for Gateway missing, but then still no one there for Forest Hills playing the mistake. Sometimes you're found in those situations. You have to play off of your opponent just not hitting that ball. I think that could be the key here for Forest Hills.
Would be a huge thing, as that's a dangerous push, but Pigby forcing it the whole way, driving that one across the net and then sealing it near post.
Playing the pressure here, Pigby following along the whole time, being like, all right, I'll play off you. You get the first touch, I'll get the second one. Beautifully read, beautifully executed. Pigby, the man on a mission right now, trying to get his team back into the series. 1-0 now, with 3:05 on the clock.
3 minutes, almost exactly here. As Forest Hills has a lead once again. This is going to be a 2-goal lead. No, Lick's able to dig it out. Nope, hot shot. Cleaning it up, playing the janitorial role, and it's a 2-goal lead now.
I think Lick second guessed himself right there off the read. Wasn't sure whether or not to go for it. Tried to play off the patient side, unable to get the second touch. There for the cleanup was Hotshot. Now two goals up for Forest Hills. It's not really the biggest comfortable lead when you're playing Gateway, but it's still something. They are trying to ride the wave of momentum as Hotshot is playing very aggressive in the back end, trying to grab boost, grab demos. It's working as of the moment as we're approaching near to halftime. Forest Hills, can they keep up this offense though?
Well, we need to find an answer, and Pigby seems to be just that. A second goal on this, just as many shots as Licks can't get it cleared.
Oh yeah, Licks not quite reading that play. Just came in, was like, wait a second, there's a ball coming at me. Tried backing up to adjust it, wasn't able to. Very awkward touch, and Pigby there again for the follow. Now 2:37, 3-0. That one dangerously going towards the net, but Joler is there for the cleanup. Trying to bait out Pigby, but Pigby is just jumping off the ceiling.
Off the ceiling there is an interesting idea, but Pigby, I feel like it's just a confidence player, and anytime he starts to hit, he's just always going to go for more and more confident plays, and so it's kind of like a domino effect, but Joler trying to put a stop to that as he's able to put a staunch in his blood and get a goal in for Gateway.
Keeping nice fake to bait out Pigby. High shot so close to that one, but not close enough. Joler will put it away. 2:15 now, only 2 goals down. Gateway, you don't want to let them ride that wave of momentum any longer than they can. Forest Hills would like to see an answer back. Do not let go of the gas pedal. Just keep going, keep pressuring, keep getting these shots on net. Maybe this is a good chance, but Licks wise to play that one patiently.
Very slow push here, Pigby with an interception. He's got a lot of space, and he wanted to push it quickly, but he ended up rising beside the ball, not behind it. Is M. Gray off the sidewall here. It's a slow touch. He's going to keep it high. Hotshot trying to get to this one and cannot beat Vix. And so into the corner it goes once again. Pigby putting it up high. It's going to bounce off the ceiling. Pigby getting a flip reset, but not exactly the most useful one. Hotshot trying to slow this one down. Licks out midfield. M. Gray, the last man back. It's off the backboard. Joler looking for it there, and it's here for Vic, but a misread or a misjump per se is Hotshot given a chance, and the ball kind of resting now. With about 90 seconds, a shot coming. Oh, wait, no touch. Pigby scores.
Hold on. I need to see the replay on this one. Wait, okay. Licks, no! I feel you reaching in your chair. I was reaching in my chair with you for that one. Just slightly off. I think everyone on Gateway was playing off the touch, hoping that their team would get a touch, unable to do so. And now Forest still trying to reach away with this game. 1:18 to go on the clock. Gateway, they've got to get some action going. That's not the touch, though. Pigby putting another one in the net. Give him 4 goals. Why not?
I mean, you know, just continuing dominance right now. 4 for 4 season opportunity. And Pigby rolling like we know he can and getting hot and trying to continue to work this lead. Is now they're up by just as many goals as he scored.
Demo off the kickoff. Don't really see that happen a lot. I'm not quite sure who missed the ball there, but it does lead to that. A big clear from Pigby. Licks, awkward touch off the ceiling. Hotshot trying to control. Very content to see the time tick away off the clock. That's a little bit of a misdirect there, but Vic is there for the cleanup. Maybe off the corner, trying to get one more for the road. Hot shot almost getting to that one. Still though, Gateway approaching the end of this game. They're going to be giving it away to Forest Hills, looking for any bit of momentum, because honestly, this game, they have just been completely dominated by that man right there, Pigby. 5 goals now. He is not stopping at all.
Well, just doing everything that he needs to do and doing it correctly. Another touch there, another goal, and another one being added to the lead as Gateway, they've looked to find a sweep, and they have fallen short here. And it has just been a coming out party here for Forest Hills and Pig B.
Yeah, Pig B is leading the charge indeed. It's a lot of solo plays, but you're executing them. Why not? Keep going. It's working for your team, McGray. Maybe looking to set up the Brazil here. Why not? Keep the momentum going. But high floating ball is going to be cleared away by Joel. We're approaching 20 seconds now. Gateway has just been completely stopped this game. They have not looked in their form. They've been very awkward on the defensive rotations. They've had almost no counterattacks, mainly due to the fact that Pig B has shut them down completely. So really interested to see going into this next game how they're going to adapt this. If they're going to be able to shut Pig B down, maybe you can look for some demos in the backfield like that. Joel, great job.
Well, a demo is certainly a good idea to start, but, you know, it's not the best idea to start it, you know, with zeros on the clock already. But, you know, trying to have something to hold on to, trying to push it down. Pig B trying to find a 7th, but there will be no trip to South America, at least in this game. And Forest Hills, definitely impressive showing in Pig B. Wanting to hop out and I guess switch cars. The paint job needs to be a little bit too fresh and get a new one here, but 5 for 5 on that one. And there is a reason why that Forest Hills team won that.
I'm not sure, Pig B, if I would be changing the car after going 5 for 5. Just a personal opinion, but hey, if you're not feeling comfortable in it, if 5 for 5 is not good enough for you, sure, let's switch it. But regardless, though, 5 for 5, only 7 shots for Forest Hills, and they got 6 goals. That's offense, friends. That's offense. That is purely dominant offense. Gateway only 4 shots. This is the first time that they've been below 5, if I'm not mistaken.
First time they've been below 10. And it was just held in because Pig B was landing all these shots and they couldn't find the saves. A couple of miscues there, and so they couldn't find those quick turns back. And so Forest Hill's taking advantage of what they do best, and where Gateway fell a little bit short in this one. And so now we have an interesting situation set ahead of us. Can Big B continue his dominance? Can he continue what seems to be an impossible 100% shooting ratio? Says you're not supposed to do this in Rocket League, by the way. You're supposed to miss one of them, folks. But maybe he can continue, and Forest Hills can find their 2nd.
Anything is possible in the fantastic game of Rocket League. But yeah, goodness, Pig B, when I go over like 2 for 7 or 2 for 8, I'm feeling great. I'm like, man, that's a great day of Rocket League, you know. But he went 5 for 5, 100%, if my math is correct. Yeah, no. Game number 4. Now this is interesting. Joler, I see Joler off the kickoff cheating for the mid boost, so it looks like they're trying to change their approach maybe off the kickoff. I like it, but Pig B, not the person you want to see with a lot of time in the air. Does get cleared away though, and Gateway will look to set up some of their own offense maybe.
Well, it's an interesting proposition here. As a shot coming on, Pig B wants to drop it low here, and he's going to try to find a double, but Joler ready to answer that call. Great, keeping the pressure on. And right now, it is all offense for this Forest Hills squad, as they have been the ones that were usually under siege. And right now, they've built a midfield wall. These yellow cars just spanning the length of the pitch. Gray putting a touch on, but it's wide right. Hot shot, looking for a pass here, but the 50 from Licks, trying to get it out. Pig B denied as well, but they keep this pressure on. He's off the backboard, trying to find another one. Gray pushing it back down. No, he can't find the touch, so it's up to Joe. No, Licks is going to find the touch, and it's not a great clear, but a bump slows it down, but no real pressure because they didn't expect the miss or bump.
Yeah, we're looking very awkward. That is a very dangerous back pass attempt right in front of your own net. Oh, a whiff there, but King Vic with the save. Maybe finally Gateway can get this ball out of their half. Just a quick breather for at least a couple seconds to grab some boost. And everyone back for Gateway. Going back to their half. They all elected to go back for the boost now. Pig B off the air looking for the musty flick. Gets good power, but with the pre-jump from Gateway shutting him down there. And Joler with a big clear to the backward. And he gets a double no. Pig B again. Just being that nuisance everywhere. Hot shot. That's a nice demo just to relieve some of this pressure. Still the ball floating high into the corner for Stills, but no one there for Gateway.
That's all 3 yellow cards. So tight here. 50 coming out. Licks looking for Joler. Joler got it over one, but Pig B is there and able to sneak it through. So now it's a 2v1. Looking for a passing play. He's got a midfield, but the bump slows Hot shot down long enough So still deadlocked here, 120 seconds off of the clock almost, and neither team able to break this ice in game number 4.
It's a good chance for Joel. Everyone on the backboard for Forest Hills, but it will be Pigby to get the clear. Managed to get the double touch. Wait a second, not the greatest bounce though. King Vic, a quick shot saved by McRae. Oh, Licks came in very late for that one. It was a good chance, a high floater, but was just too far back. That one's going to be another high clear. Vic off the corner, not the greatest touch, but hot shot with a backflip. A few mistakes coming from both teams here. Joller will die for the 50. And back down the Forest Hills half a go, controlled from hot shot. Another thing too I'm noticing is a lot of the boost grab. I see Pigby grabbing boost, not letting go of the button, and just chasing for a demo and getting where the ball is going. He has pretty much been everywhere on the field right now for the team. It's been working. McRae maybe trying to get one for the road to elect for the fake, but Vic playing smart on defense. Will get in. Pigby maybe another shot, but maybe a little bit too fancy on that one.
Trying to find an answer there. Joler in a lot of space, but doesn't have a lot of boost to work with. So it's back into the corner once again. Big B putting pressure on, finding a bump, but hot shot. Can't find that angle. The pressure still on here. It's Forest Hills trying to find that icebreaker, and Joler looking for a big break. And so something I'm starting to see here. Gateway, they're heavily reliant on that transitional play, but they look for a dump and chase as they try and force it past this Forest Hills team. And it worked in the first 2 games, but now with them having that midfield setup, with them having cars ready, a dump into the teeth of this defense is not really effective when you're having to spend so many resources to chase that ball back down.
Oh, it's a double commit there too. It's gonna leave last man very awkward position here. He's gonna like to play patient, maybe a little bit too patient, but I think does get the save. Makes me my words. Now Piggy takes control to his own corner, has plenty of time and space, does get the full boost, 1 touch, setting up the edgeable, maybe getting another one, gets it past 2, and picture perfect mechanics from Pigby executed wonderfully. But maybe this challenge should have been a little bit later. I feel like maybe play a little bit more patient, as clearly Pigby is the man in the air that likes to stay on the ball.
I understand that why King Vic stayed low there, but I wish he realizes a little bit sooner maybe that his teammate can't get to it. But Link's trying to find this one. Denied by M. Gray. Joel putting a shot on, and we have one apiece. Tied back up. 67 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, we're finally able to get a little bit of relief, finding the back of the net after such a long drought that they were put through by Forest Hills. 1-1 now. Maybe the kickoff is Stratford Gateway. See what happens here. They're trying to get something going. Pretty neutral kickoff, but it does go in the favor of a teammate. Joler off the sidewall. Maybe the pass, but just gonna like to take it himself. And look at Forest Hills. No one wants to challenge that. They just want to force out the touch, play patient, and go next.
Oh, it's kind of just finding their winning ways, and I'll be honest, it's been off of the front of that guy in that yellow octane and waiting for it right here. And it is kind of, they go how he goes. He's getting a demo there. Licks putting a shot on it. Oh my goodness, the angle. Okay.
The goals that have been scored in this series, they're mind-blowing to me. What a shot from Licks off the ceiling. I don't think anyone... Surely he called bank. No one on Forest Hills expecting that play at all. I can't say unexpected either because it was so perfectly placed. Licks, I don't know. Maybe I need to start using the Fiddick more.
Well, it's just a big win, and Pig B trying to find an answer, but it's a hair off to the right. Licks into the corner. Pig B is there. That's a shot on. King Vic has to get here and does. An epic save as he had to dig that one out of his own net. Licks into the corner. So now Forest Hills, they've had a beautiful comeback attempt. They had the offense, they had some defense, but one miracle goal stalls it out for them. A pass attempt coming, but it cannot find a way in. M. Gray underneath. Joler putting more pressure on. 10 seconds left. The pass. Pig B is there, but he's able to clear it out. Can Pig B and company find an answer? They need one in the last 4. That's a shot coming on. Pig B does it!
Clutch. He's absolutely clutch. Every single time his team needs him, he comes up, and he comes up big. Look at this. The placement to himself. He doesn't need his teammates. He doesn't need space. He does everything. You give him 3 cars in front of him, he's going to find a way. Pigby is a crazy player, and he's doing everything for this team. Is it going to be enough, though? As we might head into overtime. Wait a second. Pigby off the backboard, but he's going to get demoed by Joler.
I mean, okay, Pigby. Literally. Looked like this game and this series was over, but kind of willing it to move on and continue to be alive. As now M. Gray in the corner, a bump coming through. and it is up to one of these squads to try and break this tie as the clock now says beginning to count up instead of downward. And the first 20 seconds feels a lot like the first 20 seconds of this game, that feeling out process. This is only, I believe, what, the fourth kickoff of the game?
I believe so, yeah. The first time we've had an overtime this series, so clearly both teams playing at the extreme here. Pig B, nice shot, pass to himself, and Vic, a side flip. I truly thought that was going to be a save, but flipped the wrong direction. Maybe the pressure and the panic of seeing Pig B on the ball. Vic just not able to get that one. Oh goodness, now things just got a lot more interesting.
Well, I mean, okay, Pig B, just have yourself a game and have yourself a series. And, you know, I've already said it a couple times, but yes, Pig B is willing this team back into competition here and bringing it to a 2-2 scoreline and forcing game number 5 here. M. Gray having a pair of saves there on the back end, and Hotshot trying to do what they can. So it has been a beautiful showing from the side of Forest Hills to play around their star player, whereas Gateway, it's kind of a share by committee and see what you can do. 1 goal and 1 assist on both Joler and Licks. A 5-save effort still isn't enough from King Vic.
Yeah, Vic, I would switch to his point of view, and I just saw him sitting back playing defense, doing everything for his team, but Joler and company not really able to get a lot of offense going, and I surely thought that just that quick counterattack, that 2-1 lead was going to be enough for them. But Pig B, have yourself a game, have yourself a series, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Not quite yet, but no, he is playing so well right now. You have got to find a way to shut him down, or Forest Hills is going to complete this comeback.
Well, it's more or less just finding ways to, you know, turn over your game on offense, because they have been stifled. Now they got Pig B out of the way. M. Gray putting a touch. That's a team bump. Nothing really friendly about that fire as Joler into the corner for the 50 slows it down. Pig B waiting for it here. That's a beautiful pass. Licks is there. That kept it low. That's a way to do it, to move around their star player.
Okay, all right, I see you, Licks. Look at this. Joler, 1 touch, gets it past another one. Beautiful pass, beautifully executed. Licks hitting it past 2 straight underneath the belly of their cars. And Gateway, what we saw the first 2 games, just starting off strong, starting off quickly on the offensive end. This is what I like to see from them. Now can Forest Hills find an answer in the form of their offensive star, Big B. He's going to try to get it going, but he does get bumped off, and it's going to allow Gateway to get on the counter.
Backflip coming through there. Joler went and collect this one. It does. He's putting it off the backboard, trying to find a double tap. Technically does, but it does not find the angle. King Vic put off the backboard once again. Licks playing way back, waiting for the clear, and it really doesn't come to him, so he has to play up. That's off a hard touch. Pig B, a lot of reverence, putting a shot on, catching King Vic out, and whatever you can do, Pig B can probably do just as well. It's 1-1.
It's a double commit I don't want to see. King Vic thought that they had time to go back and get the mid boost, unable to do so. I think both players for Gateway were in a position that they thought either one could go for it, and both of them was like, yeah, we'll go for it, but I feel like that needs to be communicated sooner. I feel like you have to execute that a lot quicker for your team so you don't have those double commits happen, because if you give Pig B a ball on the counterattack, it's more than likely going to find its way to the net.
That's an open chance here. Licks, though, doesn't find a favorable touch. Pig B was actually backwards as well, so that was an opportunity here. And he's got the speed, he's got the ball, he's got the boost, but he can't find the pass, and so nothing really coming of it right now. An interesting 1-2-1 there as it stalls out at this midfield push. Joler putting a prodding touch on, but that one's not exactly threatening. A save coming on the back end. Pig B putting so much pressure on as he clears that all the way. A demo onto that striker, maybe opening a door. Joler finding a shot. Pig B, though, off the respawn, getting accredited with the savior medal.
Nice clear, maybe down Hotshot trying to get the redirect, but 2 players from Gateway up quickly to block that one. Great, keeping this ball and looking for an outlet, maybe, but Joler with a nice clear all the way back down, and Pig B will watch it all the way back down to Gateway. Oh, wait a second, that's a miss. That's not the miss you want to see, and Pig B setting up the dunk. There's nothing you can do in the defender situation there. And another costly mistake here from Gateway just sets up Pig B for this nice counter.
I hate to kind of hearken to a carry, but it is a carry right now. Pig B has both shots, both goals, and all 3 saves. Every stat that is not a score is currently resting on that Octane, and Gateway trying to do all they can to answer it. Pig B continuing this Herculean effort to try and force and will this team into a possible reverse sweep. Joler off the sidewall. They're playing it low, but hot shot with a quick response. The touch out midfield is interesting to say the least. Lick's looking for it, and he's going to get bumped into it here, so losing a lot of control. A double on the side of Forest Hills, but they're okay with it. Midway point up a goal. Hot shot getting credited with that save, and so the midway point, Forest Hills up by 1.
Gateway trying to find any sort of gap in this defense, trying to just intercept anything. Look for the team in any possible way, but it is getting shut down in every possible way. And Pigby trying to do it all again, but Licks manages to get the save and maybe on the counter. A small flick, gonna set up McGray for a hit to the sidewall. Patient play here. Vic is just gonna lodge it towards the net. Pigby last low on defense, will get the touch off the corner wall. Maybe a double, no, denied by Licks. A dangerous ball to the midfield. Joler, quick shot, and look at that. Joler top right into the net. The ball sailing over all the Forest Hills defenders.
Licks and Joel are collecting for a second time. This time it's the opposite way. The pass coming from Licks. The recipient of that one being Joler, and it's all the same in the end. 2-2 here with just under 2 minutes left to be played. So we find ourselves in a very familiar spot. A bump on the Pig P, probably not what they wanted. A double commit as well. And so pandemonium right now as both teams are kind of breaking out and trying to find something with this game being knotted up again.
We'll try to take control, but McGray doesn't want to have any part of it. 3 players up for that one. Biggie does get the finish, though. Trying to pinch it with his teammate. Licks a nice save to get that one. Securing that corner boost now. Biggie another quick shot. Unable to get much going with that one, though. Now time on the wall. Who's going to take this for Gateway? No one's going to take this for Gateway, but Joel finally does jump for this one. Off the corner wall, maybe a good 50 here, straight down to the midfield. Anyone up for Gateway? Licks does come up, forces a double commit, but Pigby is there for the clear. Dangerous high floating ball. King Vic's not going to jump, trying to leave it for his teammate, but too long waiting on the pitch, and Pigby not the person you want to give that much time on the ball.
Just once again, Pigby taking advantage of the lack of pressure being used against him when he shoots. Finds a double tap off the backboard because there's no defense on that backboard, and it is a quick 1-goal lead once again.
Dangerous territory here for Gateway, especially with Pigby in the air. So much boost. Gets the flipper set, maybe going to fake the flip. The Joel does get the 50. Actually passed one. Hot shot left alone for a little bit. Just going to take control. Wait for his team to get back. Hot shot off the corner wall now. Past the midfield. Just elected to get past all of them. Gateway just waiting on the pitch. The high bouncer off to the sidewall. No one up again for Gateway. Someone's got to take control of this ball and take these opportunities. A nice bump from McGray. Forces two to bump into each other, but Forest Hill's playing a little bit passive here. I think they're just riding the wave of their 1 goal, trying to waste as much time as possible, and so far it's working.
Well, they're just doing exactly what they need to do, riding on the back of this momentum, kind of weathering the storm per se, because they just need to have one man back in third, because if they try to find that deep clear, Forest Hill is just ready. Licks looking forward. He's going to put a shot on. Ill-advised here with only 17 seconds left. They need to find consistent offense. They are good at passing. They need to get to it. Gray winning a dunk, but that shot is saved. So now it is up to Licks and company. They had it happen to them as Pigby was that quick answer, but King Vic's putting a shot on, and Pigby just waiting. The bump maybe coming out. No, trying to find a nail in the coffin, but it does not matter. Forest Hills able to flip the script, the reverse sweep off the back of that yellow octane.
Pigby again. Look at the points. 3 goals, 4 saves, 7 shots, 893 score. Last game it was like 750. The game before that it was in the 700s. He climbed the mountain of Gateway. He put McGray and TVG hot shot in the back of his backpack and said, "Let's go, team. Don't worry, I got this." The execution.
Let's go. Let's go, team, indeed. And you know, it's not sustainable. It's not the best way to play Rocket League, but it's a way to win. And at the end of the day, that is what both these teams are trying to do. And so Forest Hills able to improve themselves to 1-1, where Gateway, they looked like the team to beat and then could not finish, now fall to 0-3. So a lot of good and a lot of things that need to be fixed for both of these squads, Sis. And I'm hoping that you in Twitch chat enjoyed the viewing as much as I did.
It was a fantastic game indeed. I think Gateway coming along this, they had a lot of good, like you said, and a lot of bad. You've got to work out those kinks and see what happens. You've got next week to fall back onto. Forest Hills gladly riding the wave of Pig B into the next week. But that's going to wrap up for that series, Foof. We had a fantastic one. Pig B, plenty of highlight plays. Probably going to see some footage of that somewhere. But we're going to take a quick short break so we can get the third game set up. Don't go anywhere, friends. We'll be back as quick as we can. Hello again, all you beautiful people out there. We are on the final game of today, which is going to be between Hollidaysburg and Berlin Brothersvalley. I am Sizz, and it's going to be Sizz again for tonight. Solo casting into this, so we're going to have a blast, me, you, and Twitch chat. But for this last game, we didn't get the rosters out, unfortunately. We didn't get a confirmation on that, so we're just going to jump in and watch these people play. Berlin Brothersvalley coming in a little bit lower on the standings. They're rocking a 1-1. Hollidaysburg coming in at 2-0. Watching them last week, it was really Donald Duck that was kind of the leader of the team, performing so well, being the all-around player, I guess you could say. Pigby and Donald Duck, I feel like, are kind of relative to each other in the roles that they play for their teams. Hollidaysburg, I've yet to see them play Penn Trafford, so not sure how that matchup is going to go, but when it does happen, it's going to be great. But they're playing Berlin today for this game. Beautiful colors on this Stadium Manfield day. A double kickoff from Berlin. I've yet to see that be played today. Interesting chat. I like to see it, though. Donald trying to already start something. Does get bumped off, though. Quick hit to the backboard. Big Poppy going to be up quickly. Maybe a hit off the side post. Not going to be on. Though a good shot opportunity. Berlin a little bit panicky on the defensive side of here. Caden very awkward, but it does get cleared off the backboard. Donald trying to do some work. A light touch to the backboard. Unable to get the second one. Now Poppy will come in. Bouncing off the corner. Romy with a clear to the midfield. No one there to meet it for Berlin, though. Donald not quite the shot that he wanted to get there. And now Explosion will have time. The ball going to take a quick shot towards the net. High floating ball off the sidewall. Now Donald taking control, trying to weave his way past all the defense. Gets it past one, past the second one. Romy very awkward as the third one, but Luke not quite able to get that one on net. Still, though, Hollidaysburg getting a lot of pressure here. Romy not going to be able to get that touch. A little bit awkward on the defense. Not the shot that we expected to go in, but still Donald, just a high floater. Romy messed up the aerial a little bit. First game jitters is going to happen, though. 1-0 now, Hollidaysburg starting off strong. As I expected, they are a team that likes to get started on the offense. They like to start it quickly. Luke a little bit off. Awkward on the kickoff here. He's going to set up Explosion to clear to the sidewall. Caden forcing out the touch one. Romy is there, trying to stay on this ball now. Actually going to play patient. Wait for Big Poppy's touch. Double coming here, though, from Berlin. A little bit of miscommunication error, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Now Donald on the counter, trying to set up an offensive air dribble, but it's cleared away by Caden. Poppy taking the time, a little bit of a light touch here to the midfield. Pretty dangerous. Explosion have the backward. Romy trying to get the read, unable to do so. Caden diving at the last minute is going to set up Donald for an open net. Will get that one to go in Berlin. Everyone at the pitch here trying to get this goal. Caden couldn't quite get that read to go. And Donald with a counterattack. Now 2-0 here for Hollidaysburg, controlling the pitch of the field pretty solidly, I think. I like the attempt from Berlin, trying to get everyone going on that offensive side. Just not quite getting the execution to go there. Donald a big bang from Berlin half. Romy will be there for the cleanup. Now Luke off the side while Poppy is here. Gets it past one. Gonna get one more. A little bit of a front flip though. Still gonna stay on this ball. Try to be annoying. Create some space for his team. Now Romy will get it on the counter attack. Explosion trying to take control, but Poppy's there. Pinch to the midfield. Luke a little bit of a backflip down on a quick shot. It's gonna be easily saved away by Caden. Now to the sidewall. High floating ball. Donald turning on that one quickly. Dangerous floater off the backboard here. Down another quick shot. Shredder Lucy gonna come in, and so much unrelenting pressure from Hollidaysburg. Donald landing close to this one. Gets the touch pass. Explosion just barely squeaking that one by Caden. Not able to turn quickly enough for that. 3 goals now for Hollidaysburg. Looking strong. Neutral kickoff. Gonna heavily lean in favor, though, of Hollidaysburg. 2 players up for Berlin, and Romy will get the clear. Donald there, just going to keep it in the half of Berlin. Explosion off the corner to himself. A trouble commit here from Berlin, but it's not going to be the worst thing. Probably unable to get to that one. Donald, maybe a quick shot comes in, and Donald just so fast to the ball. High floating ball off of the triple commit from Berlin. No one sure who's going to hit that one, and Donald just a nice shot to the left side of the goal. Romy almost getting back to that one, but not quite. 4 seconds away to halftime, and Hollidaysburg not really letting go of the gas pedal for this one. Luke trying to get something going. Off the corner, Explosion will come in though, and high floating balls to the midfield. Romy up fast. Looking to maybe get another one, but didn't have the greatest landing, so it's going to give space to Poppy now. Pass to, gonna be able to try to land on this. No, Donald up for the pre-jump, trying to get the read off the backboard, and Big Poppy will hit that one too high off the crossbar, but Luke will be there for the finish. All 3 players for Hollidaysburg cheating up. Donald tried to get the read off the backboard. It's a noble attempt, and Big Poppy looked like he should have scored that one, but we'll give him credit for the pass regardless. Gets all of Hollidaysburg on the... Actually, no, I'm sorry. Big Poppy gets to score a goal. So 3 goals for Donald, 2 for Luke. Berlin yet to have a more than 1 shot registered on target. They are trying to generate some offense, but not able to get a lot going as Hollidaysburg is just constantly threatening. We see the demo from Donald there. Explosion to the sidewall. High arcing ball. Romy pre-jumping, trying to get the read, but Donald is there to intercept it. Everyone for Hollidaysburg jumping for this ball. A little bit dangerous, but it will work out in the end for them. Explosion. High pop gets the bump on one. Caden up quickly, trying to get the shot. Unable to make contact, though. Like the attempt, I like the idea. Romy off the corner looking for the double. Does get it straight down to the midfield. A little bit of a whiff here from Big Poppy, but Explosion didn't have the angle on the net. Down, trying to set up something for his team. Looking maybe for the ground pinch. Does get it. It's on target, but just off the post now. Big Poppy will come in. Nice top right placement here. Berlin just not able to get around to this ball quickly enough. Donald, nice ground pinch. Romy did not expect the post bounce. And Caden unable to get that save. 6 unanswered goals now for Hollidaysburg. 1:21 to go on the clock. This game looking a little bit out of reach for Berlin, but trying to get at least a small victory, get some sort of momentum going into the next game, possibly. Explosion to the corner. Manages to bump out Luke, but Big Poppy's there for the clear. Off the sidewall, Donald unable to get contact on that. Caden trying to pass his teammate, but no one was there for Berlin. Caden will intercept that one again. Explosion to touch the sidewall. No one for Hollidaysburg pressuring. They're just liking to play patient, play the touches. Oh my goodness, Donald almost getting the read on that free jump. Big Poppy, another shot. Caden very awkward in the net. Did not expect that ball to come flying his way. And 7 goals now for Hollidaysburg. Not letting go of the gas pedal. Beating their opponent while they're down. For Berlin, they're trying to get something going. A little bit of a slow start for them. But that's going to happen in game number 1. Neutral kick off. The ball floating to the midfielder. Romy almost making contact on that one. Now Luke trying to get one him on the board. It's a pass 1. Both players in Berlin just waiting in the net. Explosion secures the corner loose, but Big Poppy still there trying to get a lot going for his team. Now Donald will just take it all the way back to his side. Secures both of the boosts now. 1 touch, maybe trying to set up another one. Looking for the air dribble, trying to hit the ground pinch. Unable to do so, but still plenty of time on the ball. Fleets it past 1. Big Poppy up quickly. Not going to be able to get that one on net, but still a good beat to keep some pressure going on. 13 seconds to go now. Berlin happily waiting for this clock to go down so they can go into the next game and regain. Hayden unable to get the read off the backboard. Everyone for Berlin missing this ball. Donald, a little bit of a BM goal here to put it in. 8-0 now for Hollidaysburg. Hayden tried to give him the read. I believe Aromi got faked by Poppy not making contact. Almost manages to get back on the save, but unable to do so. 3 seconds to go now. Berlin not looking like they can get one for the road. Actually, maybe here. This is a good bounce for Caden, but unable to fully get the read on that one. Still the ball manages to stay up after all 3 players didn't make contact. Big Poppy up quickly to the backboard. And this ball is finally going to hit the ground after that one. 8-0 Hollidaysburg with Donald leading the charge. Big shocker there, am I right? No. 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 shots. Perfect game from him. Big Poppy 21. Sorry, Big Poppy. I almost read his name fully with the numbers. 2 goals, 1 assist. Hollidaysburg with 14 shots. And Berlin only coming out with 1. It was pretty much time of possession was 90%, I would say, in favor of Hollidaysburg. Berlin had a few opportunities to get going on the counterattack on the offense, but not really able to get a lot going. Explosion, generally the leader of this team in terms of, I'd say, the offense, has been held quiet for this game. Hard to do it when you have the swarming team of Hollidaysburg constantly going for every single ball. I believe, though, for them, mainly, it's trying to look for their teammates more often. I saw a lot of double commits, a lot of triple commits happen that you would not expect to see from a team, but that could be nerves, that could be a little bit of jitters for the game. Number 1, I think their goal right now is just to clean up play a little bit more offense, look for each other on the outlets. Clean up the communication, I think, is the biggest deal, because they've had a lot of good opportunities, but they just weren't really sure who was supposed to go for the ball or who was supposed to take it. But regardless, game number 2 is underway. Almost an own goal here from Donald, but manages to clean it up. Past the midfield loop. Not the greatest touch, trying to land on it, but wasn't able to do so. Big Poppy, a quick hit to the corner. Explosion is there. High touch to the corner. Maybe getting a double here. Not able to do so. Donald will dive in to the corner now, trying to 50 it past 2 teammates, unable to do so. That's a nice 50 for Berlin. Gonna go down to the Hollidaysburg half. Donald just taking all of the boost. Hits it past 1, maybe past another. Gets the pinch off the car. This is a dangerous ball for Berlin. Donald pre-jumping the read, trying to get it. Does so, but just slightly off at that one. And off the sidewall, Explosion, a nice 50 going straight down, and they're going to be there. Romi's there, and it manages to go off the car of Explosion. You take another look at this one. Nice 50 here, and Romy decides to jump. Explosion jumps, and Romy hits it off the car of Explosion. Calculated? I think so. Berlin doing what they were unable to do last game, starting off strong. 1 goal now for them. Looking to secure another one, but it's cleared away by Big Poppy to the sidewall. High arcing touch to the backboard, unable to get the double, but Donald comes in quickly. Nice save from the Explosion. Berlin playing a little bit faster now. Seems like that goal kick-started their offense at least. Third to the midfield, Donald gets it past 1, maybe another one. It's just going to be an open net. Yes, it will. Donald just too fast on the ball, able to get it past everyone. Pass 1, gets the read off the corner, secures the boost. Perfectly executed. I think Berlin committed all players there for the offensive side. They wanted to get another goal, but just maybe a little bit too eager to get that one. The defensive rotation failed, but still 1-1 game, 3:46 on the clock. That's a little bit of a miss from Caden. Down, not able to get that one on the net. No one back there, but Berlin happily watching that one slightly off. Now Luke to his own backward. Unable to make the touch, unable to make the second touch, but it does fake out Berlin just enough for Poppy to get the clear. Donald to pass the midfield, Luke. Donald getting demoed for his efforts. Pass the midfield. No one there though. Big Poppy a little bit delayed. On screen, corner boost does get bumped off though. This is a good chance for Explosion. Down to Romy off the corner. Caden looking for the shot, but unable to beat out that last defender. Caden's still looking for the bumps, trying to be annoying here. Explosion still trying to get around Donald. Donald getting bumped out, so it clears up some space for Axe. Pass to Romy, unable to make contact, but it will, of course, want to come out. Actually, 2 commit for Berlin. This is dangerous to pass over to Donald, but Donald unable to capitalize on that one. A few uncharacteristic mistakes that we're seeing from Donald. Poppy off the post now. Explosion will get the clear. Romy, huge pass to the midfield, but just slightly off. Berlin was not ready for the power of that one. A lot of neutral hits so far between these 2 teams. Lots of basic 50-50s. Fundamental Rocket League so far. Poppy gonna come in, try to get the pass. Gets it past 1, but not a lot there you can really work with. Luke, maybe a double touch. Oh, look at the speed by Luke. Gonna hit it to the left side of the goal. And Luke, being the highlight player for Hollidaysburg, beats out 1. Look at the recovery too to land. Uses the boost well, and that is perfectly placed on the backside of the post. Just past halftime, 2-1, 2:21 to go on the clock. Wow, I'll try to say that 3 times fast. The neutral kickoff to the midfield. Explosion does beat out 1. Donald there for the big bang down to the Berlin side. Romy a little bit awkward on the back pass. That's a very dangerous touch and gets bumped by the teammate. Fortunately, backwards on the play, got caught with a cookie in the hand jar. Not the greatest touch, and Explosion bumping him out of the way. Shredder Luke will take that goal. A few mistakes now from Berlin that we'd like to see get cleaned up. Gotta fix those rotations a little bit when you're playing such a great team like Hollidaysburg. Donald up quickly, trying to get the double. Is not gonna be able to get that one in the net though. Actually gonna secure the corner boost though. Ken was unable to grab it, and the boost management so far, the boost control has really been heavily in favor of Hollidaysburg. That's why Berlin gets stuck in their half so much. They don't have the boost to get these clears, get the ball out of their half. It's a little bit of a miss now. It's gonna leave Luke to pass to Donald. Donald gonna get it past 1, not really able to take the quick shot. Romy has to make the save, does so. Explosion comes in, a double commit from Hollidaysburg. Still, they don't really need a goal. They're just trying to keep the pressure going, keep Berlin a little bit on their back foot. It's working so far. They've been stuck in their half for quite a while now. Romy does secure the corner, but actually fakes out one, but manages to fake out the teammate in the process. That's another high floater from Donald, just high enough to go in. Doesn't hit the crossbar. I think Romy wanted to get that touch, but wasn't able to do so and faked out Caden. Explosion dove in for the save, and Donald squeaks that one into the left side of the net. 4-1 now, 90 seconds to go in the game. Arcing kickoff here off the 50. Romy will be up quickly, but not the greatest touch. Going to go to Donald. Donald trying to set up the double, but a little bit shaky on the aerial. Explosion securing the boost. Does get bumped out, though. That's a dangerous pinch high off the backboard. Poppy going to come in and take a quick shot. Actually electing for the pass. I like the pass attempt. Donald just not quickly enough there, but for the double attempt, no. Saved away by Romy. Berlin playing so much defense on their side, and finally they get a big clear. Explosion just launches it towards the net. This is a dangerous touch from Poppy, but Explosion with the side flip, unable to capitalize on that one. Poppy, a dangerous touch again. Romy off of the sidewall. Donald launching it to the backboard. Explosion up quickly, but maybe too quickly, unable to make contact. And Poppy will go on the counter here. 50s past one. Donald up too quick again, unable to get that read. Shredder Luke. Pass to himself, unable to get the double, but it faked out. Berlin almost good enough for a 5th goal. Time all but over now for Berlin to secure this game number 2. It's going to be Hollidaysburg out on the top yet again. Donald securing the mid boost, trying to play it patiently. And Roman beats out one. Maybe Berlin can get one for the road. No, it's going to be pinch pass inside. Donald's just going to let this ball hit the ground, trying to set up an air dribble, but he gets bumped out by 2 Berlin players. Explosion, a high floater, still up for Berlin. Maybe they can get one here. Romy is not going to be able to get that one to the net. And Hollidaysburg approaching match point now. See Donald, the forerunner, the MVP for this team yet again. 2 for 4, 1 assist. Quite a few less shots here for Hollidaysburg than the first game. We saw Berlin lock it up on the defense quite a bit more. I think that was a key for them. Definitely a good adaptation. I think Berlin, the biggest issue still is managing to get out of their half. They're getting stuck a lot trying to play way too much defense. They're getting boost starved, they're bumping each other, and that's what you expect though when a team has to play defense for a very long amount of time, for a very, what you would say, mentally taxing time against a team like Hollidaysburg. It's going to cause those uncanny mistakes. But we saw some good chances. We saw a goal at the beginning of the game. We saw a few good outlets. So they're definitely improving and trying to catch up to this Titan of Hollidaysburg. Delayed kickoff from Poppy's not going to go in their favor. It's going to be a high floating ball, and Donald will just have to bang it away. Caden pass one. A little bit of an awkward landing, though. It's going to set up Donald for a high touch here. This is dangerous, but Luke unable to get that one to go. Donald taking control, trying to flick it past one. Caden is there, though. Off the backboard. Unable to get the second read, though. Explosion will dive in. Still staying on this ball. Gets it past 2 defenders, but Donald is there with the defense. Poppy just staying on the ball, trying to get it past one. Managed to get the demo in the backfield. Luke a little bit slow to this one's going to be the clear to Romy, but Donald is right there waiting for the pass. Oh, Donald almost weaving his way past all the defenders. Unable to do so, though. Poppy up quickly, doesn't make contact, but does get the demo. Shredder Luke has the backboard. Donald up so quickly for this ball. No one for Berlin able to challenge that. Not enough boost in their tanks. And just like that, Hollidaysburg, when they're in the air, you expect a goal to come out of it. Nice pass. Nice shot there. Not really what you would say is surprising, because Hollidaysburg are just such an offensive team. They're going to get those highlight plays, especially when they have time in the air. Explosion. Touch to himself, maybe to the backboard. Likes for the infield pass, but Luke is there to disrupt it. Down to Berlin, half to go. Luke trying to set up the shot, unable to get that one fully on target, though. Donald off the ceiling, trying to slot that one. I don't think Berlin thought that he had the shot here. One touch to himself, floating off the ceiling, jumps off the ceiling. Beautiful ceiling shot from Donald. Perfect execution of the space given to him. 2-0 now for Hollidaysburg. 3:49 to go. Berlin not having that strong start to this game that they had hoped for. Travis pass down to Donald. Donald just elects for a little bit of a flick. Explosion will demo him. Romy on the counter. Managed to get it past one. I'm able to get it past the second one though. High floating ball here. Poppy. Trying to get the pinch. Unable to get a lot going there though. A lot of time trying to get the boost, but Explosion read the play well. It gets the corner boost, but Donald up quickly again. Romy, maybe a quick shot. It's going to be on net, but Luke is there for the clear. A double bump here coming from both players. Caused a little bit of a lapse in gameplay for both teams, but now it's going to roll down to the Berlin half. Explosion trying to catch up, manages to pinch it with his teammate. And Donald will take control. Maybe passing down to Luke. Luke gets it past one. This is a good chance here for Donald. The backflip from Berlin. It's not going to be able to get back on defense in enough time. And these counterattacks, this is where Hollidaysburg is so dangerous. Berlin cheating up, but cheating up a little bit too close as Caden was unable to get back quickly enough. Donald utilizing this space so well. Playing to his strong suit. 3-0 now, 2:54 to go on the clock. Hollidaysburg appears to be running away with this series. Unless Berlin can get something going. That's a nice shot from Romy, but saved away by Donald. Taking control. Using the flip well. Gonna just launch it to the net, and I don't think Caden expected that one to come right at him. But with a player like Donald, you have to expect all of the tricks up the sleeve. Utilizing the flip well. Past one. Caden was like, oh, wait a second. Ball's coming in my net. Unable to adjust quickly enough. 4-0 now for Berlin. High floating ball off the kickoff, gonna bounce down to the corner. Luke unable to make contact on the first one, maybe on the second one, but no, it's thrown away by Romy. Down to the half Hollidaysburg we go. Berlin hasn't been able to spend a lot of time here, but maybe that's all it's gonna matter as Explosion getting the play off of this high arcing ball, manages to beat out one. Look at this, just the slightest touch. Manages to beat it past the Hollidaysburg defender. So, one goal on the board now for Berlin. Explosion getting something going for his team. Is it a lot to really set up the motion of a comeback? Probably not, but it's at least a momentum starter. That's a great touch to the backward. Very dangerous. Donald to make the touch. Now Caden's going to be up quickly, but Donald makes the recovery to get the block. Luke, a little bit of a light touch, but it's going to set up Poppy on the counter. Romy up quickly to the sidewall. Explosion now just bang it to the corner. Donald up very quickly, but maybe too quickly. That's a good chance, but saved away by Poppy. High floating ball to the middle. Romy trying to get up to this quickly, but doesn't have a lot of boost to work with. He's just going to elect for the fake. Explosion off of the corner, trying to hit Caden. Caden, a nice shot opportunity, just not quite on target. Off the outside sidewall, no boost, not able to do a lot with that. Explosion the 50 with Donald. Caden will elect to fake it. Luke will pass to Donald. Donald high to the ceiling. He's not going to be able to really get a good angle for that one. Luke, another high floating ball to the net, and unable to make the save. The defender very awkward there. Poppy for the finish. The softest touch from Luke. Manages to make Romy very awkward. It touches the crossbar at the last second, and Poppy will happily take that goal. 5-1 now, minute 34 to go. Hollidaysburg simply just has to run out the clock. Explosion, a little bit of a hard touch, unable to get good control on that, but Caden will be there for the clear. Luke off the sidewall. Caden trying to get a touch, does so. Now Donald will elect to hit it to the net. Oh, it's a little bit of a whiff there on the defensive side of things. And Poppy will capitalize on the mistake of the defense. Caden, a light touchdown on the field. Explosion up quickly, just not able to control his card good enough to get that. And Poppy beats out the last man. 6-1 to go on the clock. 1:16 on the clock, rather, not 6-1. That is the score, and that's just gonna bounce in off of the kickoff. Max, we'll see what happened here. It uses the speed flip, but came in too fast as Poppy was very delayed to that. Strategy, let's say it was calculated. 7-1 now. I think Berlin wanting this game to be over with. No one elected to go for the kickoff there for Hollidaysburg. The last man decided to go, but it's just clearly beat out by that one. Explosion almost a good shot opportunity there, but it's saved play. Caden beating out two players. Maybe a third can get there, but no one for Berlin is up on the field ready for that. Explosion will dive in now off the corner. A good chance here, but Donald there to block the shot attempt. Caden bumps out Poppy. Explosion to cheat up too close. Donald tried to get the redirect for the road. Could have went into the net, but I applaud the redirect attempt. Pass down the mid for the Romy, taking that ball away from his teammates, not able to get a lot from it. Donald floater off the sidewall looking for the double, but it is cleared away. 30 seconds to go now. Berlin looking for the small victories from this series. Romy beats out one. High floater to the midfield. No enough for Berlin, but a little bit of a side flip from Luke. Side flip from Caden. Everyone side flipping around the ball here. They call it the controls. Low boost. Gonna leave it for Donald. Now Donald will go up. Looking to get past one. Nice save from Caden. Time all but over for this game. Berlin, don't think they're gonna get one for the road here. Maybe they can. All players diving is still keeping the ball very high in the air, but no one's going to make contact with that. And Hollidaysburg, a purely dominant performance from them. Donald leading the way in every single one of these games. 4 for 6, 1 assist, 1 save. Poppy coming in with 3 goals. Luke not on the goal scoreboard, but able to get 3 assists. And Berlin, the small victories, like I said, you managed to increase your shots per game. You scored the last 2 games. You had 4 shots on this game, so take what you can from that. But Hollidaysburg, the superior here for this game. It was I think it was a good run from Berlin at the end, but they were just staring down the, I guess you could say, the titan of this league. Penn Trafford, very good team. Hollidaysburg right there with them. So Berlin, not all you can do there. Skill gap just a little bit too high, but a good showing nonetheless. That is going to wrap it up for me, though. And friends, the Esport Company's High School League Overwatch will be continuing with Division 1 taking place here tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/the Esport Company. Division 2 will be taking place on twitch.tv/TEC High School League starting at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to follow the Esport Company's socials, be sure to do ! Socials. If you want to follow the casters, you want to keep up with me, you want to keep up with Foof, do ! Casters in the chat. But that's going to wrap it up for me, folks, here at the Esport Company. And we'll be seeing you next week with some more Rocket League action.